Hi, Dyslexic Genius here, Brad Hurd. I'm back on the Edison Home and mounting the motor on the motor board. And one reason that I do everything flat like this and put in the brass nuts underneath back here is because if you turn it up like this and the screw, the rubber washer under here, and you don't have the screw through it, the rubber washer is going to fall off. And sure enough, I had to take the screw out and the rubber washer fell out, and that's what I had to do. But what we have to do now is we have to align the speed control and the crank handle to the cabinet. And on suitcase homes like this one, with the 4 clips, you have rubber here, rubber over here, and a piece of rubber over here. And in this white pad, you can see how the rubber has broken apart and it breaks and it's done. And they're put in with this little brad. So what happens is we have the piece of wood of the cabinet and we have this little brad sticking up out of the rubber, and now your cast iron motor board is going to be riding on that, and you're going to get an echo. You hear this? When I hit the top, it's echoing in here. So you're getting an echo out of the motor from the motor board. So you have to re-rubber these. What I do is I cut a small strip of rubber for the non-pin side like this, and I just glue these down with Elmer's glue, and then I make a round one for the pin here where it fits through the hole on the phonograph here.
And you're still using old bicycle tire, right?
I'm still using old bicycle rubber. But what you can see here is I've taken it out, and you see the little brad there? The rubber chipped out. We have a little brad here. But on the other side, you can see how they bent the brad over. Mm-hmm. You need to get this smooth, nothing touching. And we use the rubber. Now what you're going to have to do is we leave this a little loose, and everything's locked into the holes. And we will line that up, and we will set that in. And now you will take a long crank. Watch here on the crank hole. You see how that moves over to the side, this moves over to the side, and now we're in the center. Now we look over here, and now we're in the center for the speed control knob. Because if my sweet angel can focus in on the speed control knob, if you move the motor sitting loose, if you move the motor, the speed control knob. So we get the crank lined up, just like that. Screw this in. Now what we're going to do, trip on screwdriver, is we're just going to gently tighten these up. There we go. And that tightens everything up. Everything's centered. You get the new rubbers in, and it's very quiet for an Edison. This hobby is a lot of fun. The next video will be working on the top work, so I'm going to show you how to assemble that and how to adjust it before we bolt that back on to the motor board here, because both pieces are separate. And that's my tip for the day.